say that as an offensive lineman? Does that just put a big smile on your face?
Yeah, obviously. Every offensive lineman loves to run the ball, obviously. But, for me, it's just whatever the coach calls, I just want to be able to execute to the best of my ability and help everyone else up front be able to do so along the way.
As you guys go to New Orleans, it's a building that the defense only really has to worry about the offense. The offense has to worry about the defense and the crowd. You've been down in New Orleans and how loud it is down there.
It's very loud.
Being on the outside, how tough is it for you and Hickey on the edges to stay locked in on that?
Well, I'll give Cade a lot of credit because he'll be the center, and it's all about getting the head bob and all that, along with talking to Corbs and making sure we're on the same page. Obviously we got to get nice and tight, but we all find a way to get on the same page, regardless of how loud it is, right? Because obviously it's not an excuse to not do our jobs. So it's part of the game.
They come in, obviously coming off the big win over Tampa. You're going to get facing a team that's going to be pretty confident. But off the bye week and going into that bye week with a win, your confidence level has got to be pretty high.
Yeah, very confident. But for me, I always try to have humble confidence, right? Humble enough to know that if you don't bring your best, anyone in this league can beat you. But confident enough to know that if you're on top of it and you do everything you're supposed to do, you can beat any team in this league, right? So never take any team for granted, and never always having the confidence as well. But ultimately, we're looking at the front that they have over there with the Saints, and they have a great defensive front, and doing everything we can to watch film and get ready for it.
Having been around this team for so long as you have, and I've had some seasons that haven't gone as positive as this one, where you guys are close to the finish line and could be ready to clinch. Do you feel like it's hard or easy for you, I guess, to keep that one game at a time mentality for you when you know how bad maybe you want it?
Yeah, obviously, I love where the success the team's been having, and we're having that playoff hunt and all that, especially like over the years, being able to play for something this late in the season. But yeah, I feel like regardless of where you're at, that's all you can fall back on. And if I find myself looking ahead or thinking about the playoffs too much, I just go back to, hey, all I control right now is the New Orleans Saints. That's all that's important for this week.
Is that a message that maybe you have to give to some of the younger guys that don't have that experience? Maybe you are getting a little amped and anything like that? Is there any concern?
I feel like a lot, the leadership group as a whole, the coaches, that's a lot of our our messages. So yeah, ultimately that's what we're trying to do as a group of leadership, is explain to them, hey, stay locked in, stay focused on what's ahead.
Taylor, I have a question. I'm sorry.
What's going on?
During training camp, you got emotional when we asked you hadn't signed your new contract, but you got emotional because you said it was important for you to see a change in Carolina. Was this kind of what you envisioned in that moment, and then also, wanting to see the success and fruits of your personal labor?
Yeah, I'd say a big change, obviously, is playing meaningful football in December, right? That's huge, and I got very emotional because the city, this organization, the coaches, players, just being around here so long, man, it all means the world to me. And I'm just excited that we're in a meaningful spot this late down the stretch. But again, just falling back to controlling what I control for now.
And it's still a week-to-week kind of proposition for you guys trying to go 1-0 over these next 4 weeks. Is it more joy or kind of relief that you're finally back in this spot?
Back in the spot of,
Or at least being in contention.
yeah, it's great. It's exciting, but I feel like we're staying focused more than anything, right? And that's the message from the top down from everyone, right? To stay focused and stay, in attacking mode for this weekend.